Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Good morning. I am Dr. Jamie Gravenes, principal of Methacton High School, and it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the commencement exercises for the class of 2021. We gather together today as members of the Methacton family have done for the past 57 years to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduating class. Getting to this moment has been a collective effort of all those present and watching today. Parents, relatives, friends, teachers, administrators, members of the Board of School Directors, and most importantly, the members of the class of 2021. Through the years, Methacton has achieved a reputation of excellence, and I stand before you this morning to affirm most emphatically that the members of this class have risen to the rule of Methacton excellence. This collection of young people have experienced things we never imagined would be imposed on anyone. Their work ethic, grit, and determination have guided them to achieving their goals and dreams and made us all realize that this group of students can do anything they set their minds to. The members of the class of 2021 have made their mark on the history of Methacton High School and have built upon the legacy left by those Methacton graduates that came before them. Today, each student receives a high school diploma, an important sign of accomplishment and a significant benchmark and milestone in life's journey. I am honored to have worked with the members of the class of 2021 and come to know them not only as students, but artists, athletes, musicians, actors, singers, community volunteers, and perhaps most importantly, as men and women of character and integrity. As we mark this milestone achievement of high school graduation, it is awe-inspiring to pause and reflect upon the accomplishments of the class of 2021. Members of the class of 2021 have earned scholarships and grants in excess of $22,727,623 to further their post-high school education. 38 students represent the top 10% of their class in academic achievement and boast a 4-year cumulative average of 103.097% or better. 344 have chosen to further their education beyond high school. 10 graduates of this class have elected to enlist in the military after graduation to serve our great nation in 4 of the 5 branches of the armed forces. Will the following students please stand to be recognized? I ask for you to please hold your applause until all 10 names have been read. Michael Bradigan, United States Marine Corps. Nick Cavill, United States Navy. Adam Dory, United States Army. Andres Escobar Barrios, United States Army. Alexandra Ferentz, United States Army. Eric Frasino, United States Army. Tyler Geiling, United States Army. Joshua Hine, United States Air Force. Andrew Lasecki, United States Air Force. Tyler Pearl, United States Air Force. We thank you for your future service and sacrifice on our behalf. Members of this class will enter the workforce immediately after graduation, strengthening the economy of our community, country, and beyond. During their 4 years at Methacton, members of this class have volunteered for a collective 2,088 hours of service to our community. 7 members of this class have had perfect attendance over their 4 years with us. And in a pandemic, that's saying something. Katie Chan, Patrick Lee, Meredith O'Donnell, Sudiksha Panda, Tammy Pham, Ralph Russo, and Dan Vo, please stand to be recognized. Class of 2021, as we are saying our final farewell, I wanted to share a few pieces of advice with you. My first piece of advice to you today is to be kind. It really does matter. If we've learned anything this past year, it's that everyone has something going on, even if it's not visible. And we need to be aware of that and treat everyone with kindness. When you reminisce on your high school years, you may not remember the specific lessons, but you are going to remember the moments and memories, your fun times, your hard times. When you reflect back, you're not necessarily going to remember who scored how many points in a game or who aced a test. You're going to remember those that were kind to you, those that were your friends. You're going to remember the relationships you've built, the people that you've walked this journey with, all of these little moments that they've shaped you into the person you are today. Secondly, find a way to fill your life with people who mean something to you. I have lived my entire professional career at Methacton because the people are so special. Some of those people, your teachers, wanted to share some final thoughts with you today. Mr. Ryan wants you to be who you know you are, not who someone else wants you to be. I'm sorry, Mr. Ryan, I butchered that. Mrs. Naples wants you to remember that you are not invisible. Everything you do and say has an impact on someone. You have the opportunity to change someone's life with words and actions every day of your life. Choose those words and actions wisely. Mrs. Gallagher wants you to work hard, build a life that makes you happy, and fill your life with people you love. Mr. Chapin shared that when you have to make a decision, ask yourself which choice will make the world a better place and choose that one. Mrs. Lynn encourages you to be kind to one another. Follow your passion and learn to listen to your inner voice. Dr. Kokenauer wants you to know that you are stronger and more resilient than you know. Leverage the strength you have gained over the last few years. You will be able to tackle any obstacle that comes your way. Mrs. Palmer is always a realist. She shared, "You'll never please everyone. Do what you think is right and be content with your decision." Mr. Smith encouraged you to remember fondly this step of your journey for what it is. Great times with friends, even greater friendships, the victories, the defeats, the accomplishments, the mistakes, and look back with no regrets. My last and final piece of advice to you is to celebrate your successes along the way. You have conquered life in a pandemic. You chartered waters that have never been navigated. You figured out how to learn remotely, quasi-remotely, and in person, but we all know it really wasn't the same as it was before it began. Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, and to endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate the beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. Class of 2021, today we celebrate your many successes. We know this is just the beginning of a lifetime of great things for you. Methacton, please join me in a round of applause in recognition of the Class of 2021. Today, two members of the Class of 2021, the class president and a specially chosen voice of the class, will address their classmates and mark this occasion with personal reflections of their time at Methacton and the promise of the future. For those that are not aware, the voice of the class is an application process open to all students in the graduating class. Interested students submit their speech to a committee comprised of faculty, staff, and students. From that review process, one student is selected to deliver remarks as the representative of the voice of the class. I am pleased to introduce Miss Lucy Cutts, the voice of the Class of 2021.
Hello, class of 2021. My name is Lucy Cutts, and this is my service dog, Ava. Please direct your attention to this screen above for my voice of the class speech. Welcome, parents, friends, and classmates of 2021. My name is Lucy Cutts, and this is my service dog, Ava. I want to tell you about myself and my epilepsy, because as someone who has faced many challenges in the past and will in the future, I have learned to accept, embrace, and move forward. Living with epilepsy means I have reoccurring seizures that began when I was in first grade. The brain is a very complex organ. My brain is formed differently than yours. Instead of giving one command at a time, my brain will give hundreds or thousands of commands. And my body gets overloaded to the point that sometimes I shut down and shake. Other times I just stare off into space for a couple of minutes. After most seizures, I need recovery time, which is like resetting a computer with Control-Alt-Delete. Middle school was very difficult for me, really difficult. I lost friends because of my disability and fell alone. This led me on a serious downward spiral of depression and anxiety. I had long before accepted my disability as part of who I was, but the loss of my friend's support left me on feeling alone and isolated. But then Ava came into my life when I was a freshman. She's awesome and a trained seizure alert dog. She alerts me when I'm going to have a seizure and is also a certified and emotional support. She can detect seizures in me and in others, will provide comfort and interrupts difficult emotions. Ava gives me entertainment, comfort, and cuteness, but most of all, she is the turning point for change. Ava is also a connector. She connects me to friends and strangers who all love dogs. Look at that face. She is so cute and always looks like she is smiling. Those connections and friendships began to build beyond our mutual interests in Ava, and I began to start feeling less alone and isolated. Throughout high school, I gained a better understanding of myself and began to accept my situation. Life started looking brighter. When I was in danger of falling back into depression and anxiety, I now had connections with friends and the support of my family, teachers, and nurses, and Ava. All helped me cope, not feel so alone and sad. Learning to accept myself for who I am, filter out the negatives, and focus on the positive ways to achieve desired outcome, and got me thinking, after graduation, life can be full of wonders. You just have to look for them. It may not be what you expect right off the bat, but that doesn't mean it's bad or wrong. Yes, I have a disability, but I have learned that I am strong-willed and determined. I am capable of doing many things like you, but the way I achieve them will probably look different. Everyone and everything has their own place in the world. Plants, animals, and people. It's like the world is one big clock, and the gears are us. Always moving, always in the right place, but you will not truly start moving until you find what drives you. Your passion, your dream, your place in the world. Many of us will move on and find obstacles in whatever avenues we pursue. It may be a new job, college class, or personal limitation, or even a goal. Life is full of surprises, and by focusing on the goal or recognizing it as a journey rather than a destination, you will find your true, authentic self along the way and come about it in a joyful way. After graduation, we will also know what our characters are becoming. Do we give up at the first sign of trouble, or do we find a way to overcome? We have the opportunity to develop into the people we want to be. The path may not be what we expect, but that doesn't mean you have to let your pride keep you from getting the help that you need. Graduates of 2021, value your dream, focus on the positive, use your resources to navigate obstacles, and remember to recognize your goal as a journey rather than a destination. Best of luck to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Lucy. At this time, we will recognize several groups of distinction among the members of the class of 2021. Through exemplary accomplishment in scholarship, service, leadership, and character, students in our first group of distinction have earned membership in the National Honor Society. Will the members of the National Honor Society and their parents please rise and be recognized by our applause? Thank you. Students in our next group of distinction have risen to the highest level of accomplishment in their respective areas of study and have been recognized by membership in the National Art, Tri-M, National Thespian, and North Monco Technical Career Center Honor Societies. Will these Honor Society students and their parents please rise and be recognized by our applause? Thank you. A significant number of our students are recipients of scholarships and monetary awards to continue their post-high school education. Will all students who have earned scholarships and their parents please rise and be recognized by our applause? Thank you. In May, we recognized students who received academic and special awards and honors, including school-based and community-based awards, as well as Eagle Scout and Gold Award designations. Will those students and their parents please rise and be recognized by our applause? The members of the class of 2021 are to be commended for their many accomplishments. We thank them for sharing their varied talents and leadership skills with all of us in the Methacton community. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce Dr. Jason Sorgini, Director of Human Resources and former principal of Methacton High School. Dr. Sorgini had such a big impact on so many of your lives, I invited him here to speak today so that he had an opportunity to address you one final time and say goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gravenes. Members of the class of 2021, it is my honor to address you one final time, not solely as your former principal, but rather as a member of the Methacton High School class of 1993, for whom it is a distinct honor to be the first to welcome you into our proud group of Methacton alumni. Today you join the thousands who came before you, who will forever bleed green, and for whom the term warrior pride evokes an emotional and personal response. It is my fervent hope that your Methacton education has helped to give you the foundations for success wherever life takes you. I encourage you in these moments to reflect on all the good that has come from your time at Methacton High School, not just in grades earned, games and trophies won, or recognition of your individual accomplishments, but also through the relationships you have built and the people with whom you walked along the journey. Like your fellow alumni in the graduating class of 2020, you find yourselves participating in your commencement, not in our home stadium where you likely envisioned the ceremony when you walk the halls during freshman orientation, but in a different and for many unfamiliar place. Yet, while we gather in Chester and not Fairview Village, the miles that separate us from our physical Methacton home serve to remind us all the more that Methacton is more than just a place. Methacton, especially for alumni like you and me, is the sum total of the learning, the participation in athletics, performance groups, theater groups, music groups, clubs and activities, the memories of events attended, and the life-altering people met and experiences gained that we will forever carry with us, whether our individual paths take us to the far corners of the globe, or for some, perhaps right back to Methacton as future educators. Maybe more than anyone, you, the members of the class of 21, know this best, having had so many obstacles to surmount during the pandemic just to go to school. It will be said often, but certainly bears repeating, that the courage and conviction that you have demonstrated will serve you well in the years to come. If ever you doubt yourself, simply recall what you have already overcome and consider the words of author A.A. Milne through his beloved character, Winnie the Pooh. If ever there is a tomorrow when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. You are Methacton graduates, and there is nothing you can't do. I rest easy, confident in the knowledge that our world will be a better place because of all the good that each of you will do in the years to come, and that our collective best days truly do lie ahead because our future is in your capable hands. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your Methacton journey. Sincere best wishes to you, members of the class of 2021, my new Methacton alumni. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sorgini. I am now honored to introduce Mrs. Kim Aubry Larcenis, President of the Methacton School District Board of School Directors, who will introduce recipients of the Methacton M Award.
Thank you, Dr. Gravenes. The Methacton School District M Award is given to those students who have, over all 4 marking periods in their senior year, maintained a collective academic average of 93% or better. This year, 157 members of the class of 2021 are recipients of the M Award. I ask the recipients of the M Award to please rise and be recognized by our applause.
Thank you, Mrs. Aubry Larcenis. A long-standing tradition at Methacton, begun by the class of 1978, is the signing of the honor book by selected members of the class. Those who sign the book have been selected by their class sponsors on the basis of service, commitment to the class and to Methacton High School, and for their school spirit exhibited over 4 years. Additionally, one member of the graduating class is asked to illustrate the signature page for his or her class. This year, we recognize Miss Ava Feralia as the illustrator of the class of 2021 honor book page. Ava, please stand to be recognized. There's the book. She did a wonderful job. I will now call forward to the podium 10 members of the class of 2021 to sign the Methacton Honor Book. Students, when you hear your name, please come down to the stage to sign the honor book. Dominic Mioli. Jessica Lenine. Alexandria Ference. Christopher Spletzer. Olivia Terry. Sophia Colamago. T. Wynn. Ishan Jog. Stephen Cadogan. And Ryan Kempster. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
much. Congratulations. 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 Thank you.
Hand is shaking.
Did great. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to our honor book recipients. At this time, I now ask the class officers to please come to the podium and the school board members to please come to the field seats. No, every time. Okay, so you're gonna be right there. I'm just gonna stand. Sit down right now. You're good. To start, wait until the cue, and then you guys will do. Jess. Trust the wind blows.
Okay, yeah, the wind is.
So this is the class officer part. So whoever's going first with the sponsors, right here. Remember, you guys are gonna do the sponsor first. Check it later. This is the part with the class sponsors. So you guys will do it all from right here, okay? There you go. Whoever's going first, go ahead. All right.
Good morning, seniors. As your class officers this year, we were faced with the uniquely difficult task of creating a memorable year for all of you. We wanted to find opportunities to come together and make the best of our last moments as a class. Looking around at this incredible stadium, it is clear that today will be nothing short of the memory that we were all hoping for. This year, with your help, we were able to celebrate each other at the senior celebration, the senior sunrise, and finally, here at our graduation, a pivotal moment in all of our lives. We did it. But we couldn't have done it without the support of the people that stuck by our class from the first day of freshman year.
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, a lot of planning, effort, and time. There isn't a single class event or fundraiser in these past 4 years that could have happened without the help and knowledge of our amazing class sponsors, Mrs. Fabrizio and Mrs. Oliver. Let's give them a round of applause. We as class officers want to give a sincere thank you for supporting us and making our ideas come to life. It is so evident how much you cared about making this year special for us, despite all the obstacles at hand.
Since day one, you were always there to help, whether that meant sending emails, picking up pretzels, or setting up decorations. You both went so above and beyond for our class, and we cannot thank you enough. The hard work you both put in, along with your busy schedules, is so appreciated. We would also like to give a special thank you to Dr. Gravenis. We could never have imagined such an exciting venue for graduation, and we want to thank you for working so hard to make today possible. Thank you again to our wonderful class sponsors and Dr. Gravenis for advocating for the class of 2021 and helping us celebrate all that this class achieved and will achieve in the future.
With that in mind, we wanted to get you guys a small gift as a token of our appreciation.
It's from Jess.
Please come to the stage, our class sponsors.
Continuing with expressions of gratitude, I would like to take this time to recognize and thank two groups of honored guests who are joining us remotely this morning. Celebrating their 50th anniversaries of their own graduations from Methacton High School, we would like to honor and recognize the class of 1971, and we would also like to recognize the class of 1970, as last year's circumstances kept us from being able to celebrate this milestone. At this time, please recognize both classes with your applause. No journey to graduation is completed alone. All along the path to our celebration today, the members of the class of 2021 were joined by dedicated faculty and staff members who shared their knowledge, wisdom, and depth of caring as role models and mentors to our children. Many of them worked behind the scenes in preparing for our celebration today. Some are in the stands and on the field greeting and guiding our guests, while others can be seen flanking the field to celebrate our seniors one last time. On behalf of the entire Methacton community, I am pleased and proud to recognize and thank our faculty and staff for all the work they did to bring our graduates to this moment. This was a year unlike any before, and your continued love, passion for education, and dedication to our Methacton family were the reason we got through it. Please join me in showing our gratitude through applause. Service to one's community as a member of the Board of School Directors involves selfless dedication of time, effort, and resources in the promotion of providing a superior education to our children. I want to thank the 9 volunteers for giving our students their best during the countless hours of meetings and unprecedented times. Their commitment and dedication to our school and community certainly was proved this year. Please join me in a round of applause acknowledging the service of the members of the Methacton School District Board of School Directors. Members of the Methacton School District Administration have joined us here today and are also watching remotely from their schools. The education of many of the members of the class of 2021 began in school buildings in which several of these administrators served as principals. On their behalf, I extend to the members of the class a fond farewell and best wishes for continued success in the future. To our administrators, thank you 1,000 times over for your leadership and vision. This year, you thought and planned every way possible to help support students, teachers, and our families. Thank you for all of your efforts and hard work. Please join me in showing our gratitude through applause. The final recognition I would like to give this morning is a special note of appreciation to Mr. John Smink for coming up with the idea for us to hold graduation at Subaru Park. I think we can all agree this is pretty amazing. Now I am honored to execute my final duty to the members of the class of 2021 by formally stating the following. Dr. Zerby, Superintendent of Methacton Schools, I present to you the class of 2021. As the principal of Methacton High School, I certify to you that the members of the class present here today have satisfactorily completed all academic requirements established by both the Methacton Board of School Directors and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I would now like to welcome Dr. David Zerby, Superintendent of the Methacton School District, to share his remarks to the class of 2021 and to complete the chain of official certification.
Principal Gravenis and former Principal Sergini, this is an outstanding Methacton class, an extraordinary group of young adults that we are all so very proud of. You have led the faculty and staff to support these fine graduates during the 13-year journey. Parents, guardians, you have supported, nurtured, guided, helped with homework, and did whatever it took to get them to this celebratory day. However, parents and guardians and graduates, while this one journey ends, a new one is on the horizon, filled with opportunity, filled with challenges, and filled with whatever you make of it. So celebrate this extraordinary achievement today, then get back on the path for tomorrow, and go out in this world and forever make your mark. Define yourself for who you are and for whom you want to become. So go now and achieve great things, and always, and I mean always, remember where you came from and where you call home. And now, Methacton class of 2021, I'd like to make this day official. By the powers vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, as Superintendent of the Methacton School District, I hereby affirm that you have met all the criteria required for graduation and confer upon you a Methacton High School diploma and all the rights and privileges accorded to it. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will now read the names of the class officers and the voice of the class of 2021 as they are issued their diplomas, after which the class officers will be reading the names of the graduates as they come up on stage to receive their diploma. School board members Mrs. Kim Aubry Larcenis, Mrs. Elizabeth Drummond, Mrs. Jen Cancro, Mrs. Mary Hull, Mr. Andrew McGinnis, Mr. Ralph Navarrete, and Mr. Paul Winters will be presenting the diplomas to our graduates with the assistance of administration. We respectfully ask that you'll hold your applause until all the names have been read so that each family may hear the name of their own child. Everyone, please take your places. Yep, but they can come on up. Whoever's going to have the view, so. President of the Class of 2021, Matthew Sang Fu. Just go get your picture taken and then stay right there, okay? Vice President of the Class of 2021, Jessica Marie Lenine. Secretary of the Class of 2021, Jeffrey J. Gong. Treasurer of the Class of 2021, Jake Edward Lloyd. Voice of the Class of 2021, Lucy Olivia Cutts. Section 106, please stand. So you guys have it all together? Okay, so we're just going to wait for them to get to right up here, and then we'll get started, okay? You just touch it. Pardon me, friends.
Daniel George Abraham.
Sean Patrick Augustin.
Abigail Elizabeth Ahern.
Ethan I. On.
Favor Taluanimi Ajala.
Hannah Mary Alex.
Christopher Ailey.
Javier Altamirano Mongoy.
Isha P. Amin.
Richard John Armstrong.
Dennis Michael Bachman.
Ryan Christopher Baldwin.
Courtney Valentine Beecraft.
Karen Malak Beckett.
Shashank Belagir.
Casey Michelle Biglin.
Addison Hope Blaine.
Zachary Benjamin Blaine.
Nathan Andrew Boardman.
Dahlia Rebecca Boone.
Jonas Michael Booth.
Charles Francis Bordenero.
Brandon Alexander Botta.
Anthony Michael Bove.
Michael J. Bradigan.
Julia Marie Brady.
Paige Clementine Brady.
Dominic Anthony Joseph Branca.
Aaron Michael Brown.
Christian Evan Brown.
John Michael Bruni.
Amelia Grace Brunt.
Matthew Ryan Burkert.
Dana M. Burnett.
Samantha Y. Burstein.
Aiden James Byrne.
Stephen Anthony Cadogan.
Deborah Calderon.
Kara Frida Calise.
Leah Marie Calise.
Julia Tana Campos.
Kelly Suzanne Capobianco.
Catherine Caputo.
Grace Mary Carbo.
Joseph Michael Carfrey.
Justin Lewis Carfrey.
Ethan Michael Carlson.
Logan Michael Carsley.
Anthony Jamal Carter.
Ryan James Cassidy.
William Colton Cavallo.
Jackson Kavanaugh.
Nicholas Joseph Cavill.
Katie Wingsy Chan.
Alec Mingta Chang.
Jaehee Claire Chang.
Haley Noel Chapman.
Claire Chen.
Daniel S. Chimes.
Sung Jin Cho.
Haley Gabrielle Chrisman.
Alexander Robert Clark.
Russell Calvin Coffin.
Tanner R. Como.
Sean Michael Connor.
Catherine Grace Connolly.
Tyler Robert Conrad.
Jeffrey John Cooper.
Lisetta Ann Copa.
Marissa Marie Corsello.
Felicity M. Cuddy.
Maria Elizabeth Coyle.
Carson Janine Crenshaw.
Talia Marie Zopp.
Mario Gerard Diadesi.
Patrick Robert Daly.
Thomas Anthony Damiani.
Eileen Ann Dara.
Dakota Diana Davis.
Paige Elizabeth Deal.
Kyle Glenn Dean.
Sarah A. Dedia.
Olivia Joanne DeLuca.
Lindsay Paige DeSantis.
Derek Steele Duber.
Justin David DeFilippo.
Jessica Lauren Dill.
Michael Robert DeMarco.
Nathan Alexander Demacia.
Lindsay DeSalvo.
Joshua Yesung Do.
Juliana S. Dolan.
Roman Christopher Donovan.
Daniel Doran.
Charles Francis Durazio.
Caitlin J. Dorn.
Adam Dory.
Haley Noel Drake.
Madison K. Eastmere.
Lucas A. Alisi.
Andres Felipe Escobar Barrios.
Christopher Dylan Evans.
Hannah Schuyler Evans.
Brooke Elizabeth Finisi.
Ava G. Feralia.
Alexandria H. Ference.
Brooke Ellen Fetterman.
Jackson Remington Fisher.
Ava Grace Fitzgerald.
Rodner Fleurant.
Justin Paul Forfia.
Tyler Joseph Fox.
Eric Raymond Frasino.
Lillian Friedman.
Tyler Davis Geiling.
Hannah Mae Gerhardt.
Grace Noel Geigus.
Emma Louise Ginther.
Devin Michael Giroux.
Serena Catherine Goodridge.
Jacob Wojciech Orchitza.
Catherine Green.
Alec Montgomery Grobaker.
Emerson Christine Graga.
Joseph Daniel Gullion.
Justin Francis Gamieni.
Madison Taylor Guzman.
John Robert Hagee.
Emily E. Hall.
Luke Michael Hardenberg.
Jaden Amir Harrell.
Emily A. Harris.
Trevor Michael Harrison.
Jeremy William Hasbrook.
Allison Jane Hazlett.
Thomas Brian Heffernan.
Isabella Morgan Heiser.
Rachel Lingzhao Held.
Kenny Jonathan Hermes.
Amy Hernandez.
Michelle Hernandez.
Aaron J. Hilker.
Joshua Robert Hine.
Aylin Tanner Hoke.
Catherine Rose Hale.
Rachel Elizabeth Hogan.
Danielle Faith Hollage.
Mason Ann Hollingsworth.
Perry Alexander Hopwood.
Cynthia Camille Horho.
Lindsay Brooke Horowitz.
Lauren Emily Hoy.
Kevin Joseph Hughes.
Michael C. Hutchinson.
Gabrielle Charlotte Jacoby.
Catherine J. Jaworski.
Aiden Michael Jeffers.
Alexander H. Jin.
Ishan Prasanna Jog.
Jordan Marie Kaminsky.
Grace Yiting Kong.
Maya Cumber.
Gabrielle Elizabeth Kavosh.
Lily Britt Kiefer.
Ian Oluwaseyi Kahinde.
Logan Thomas Kelly.
Ryan James Kempster.
Justin D. Kerr.
John Andrew Kiernan.
Hyunsa Grace Kim.
Lena Christine Kimball.
Adam Douglas Nobby.
Aubry Elizabeth Koenig.
Sophia Marie Calamego.
Omar Sharif Kotib.
Sophia Catherine Kowalczyk.
Alexa Jane Kratz.
Olivia May Cranak.
Tyler Matthew Kropp.
Amanda Grace Kabursky.
Sahil Ravi Kawadia.
Gabriel Thomas Lackman.
Andrew Jordan Lasecki.
Jordan Narciso Arabello Leos.
Maya Rose Lieber.
Matson Richard Legan.
Kevin Lewis Stevens.
Angela J. Lee.
Edwin Sean Lee.
Patrick Matthew Lee.
Allison Renee Lindsay.
Caitlin Noel Lipton.
Francesca Nicole Laurenti.
Juliet Lord.
Mia Angela Lucchese.
Jake Michael Maggio.
Gabrielle Ray Margiotti.
Allison Rose Markley.
Armand J. Martinez.
Medea Lee Mazzicola.
Julia Reed McCann.
Keely June McCarthy.
Ella Joy McCloskey.
Catherine Linda McDonald.
David McElwee.
Haley McGarity.
Kyle McKelvey.
Jack Matthew McKeon.
Daniel Lewis Meyer.
Dominic Joseph Mioli III.
Michael Vincent Marola.
Luke Crichton Merrill.
Brianna Marie Merritt.
Allison Suzanne Mishner.
David Alexander Middleton.
Kayla Grace Miles.
Michaela Marie Montalbano.
Kathleen Roberta Mozema.
Joseph Hanbit Munn.
Dustin Lee Murphy.
Rachel Elizabeth Murray.
Michael L. Masella,
Genevieve Hannah Shunfa Nider,
Olivia Hahn Knights,
Lauren Elizabeth Nielsen,
Dennis Patrick Newell,
Caroline Abigail Newman,
T.Q. Wynn,
Mackenzie D. Nicholson,
Joseph Nicoletti,
Kevin C. O'Connor,
Meredith Eileen O'Donnell,
Thomas Joseph O'Malley,
Shannon Marie O'Neill,
Thomas William Picaro,
Dante Michael Palmer,
Sudiksha Panda,
Varun Parakala,
Megan Suzanne Pascal,
Nikhil Chetan Kumar Patel,
Tyler Roland Pearl,
Hannah Atalia Pellingen,
Stephen Daniel Penjuk Jr.,
Lindsay Faye Pennington,
Isabel Fiona Peoples,
Jan Albert Perez Bonilla,
Hannah Arden Peters,
Ashley Nicole Petco,
Jacob Stephen Petrovich,
Tammy Grace Pham,
Yay, Tim.
Karan Pilson Savage,
Caden Torin Powell,
Jason Theodore Price,
Alyssa Renee Prince,
Ava Claire Probst,
Samuel Kofi Quorn,
Lauren Nicole Rayleigh,
Sadia Vinay Rao,
Ilsha Rathod,
Allison Joanne Reed,
Lindsay Rose Reed,
Emma Gia Chen Retzlaff,
Kelly A. Rhodes,
Morgan Ann Richardson,
Jason Lawrence Rieger,
Lucas Michael Ripley,
Simone R. Robinson,
Adam Rodriguez,
Yancy Marisol Rodriguez,
Grace R. Romano,
Jordan Ann Rosen,
Savani Marie Ross,
Sarah Siobhan Roth,
Christopher John Rowland,
Jaquila Wongmo Ruitt,
Ralph Joseph Russo IV,
Kara Carmela Radzuski,
Jonathan Hesung Rue,
Anthony Joseph Salo,
Jenna May Salkowski.
Olivia Grace Samsel.
Aaron Nicholas Sanchez.
Gianna Lynn Sands.
Justin P. Sinelli.
Christina Y. Sen.
Oh, wait.
Andrea Marie Santangelo.
John Joseph Schmidt.
Alexander James Schneider.
Matthew Liam Schorfegger.
Carissa Sedlick.
Rainier M. Serator.
Melina Marie Sharpless.
Madeline B. Shenoy.
Sharon Zoe Shi.
Grace Elizabeth Shields.
Yeah, great.
Quinn Patrick Shields.
Victoria A. Skeens.
Jacob Alexander Smichael.
Emma Lee Smith.
Vivian Sosha.
Isabella Rose Spadaccino.
Congrats.
Emma Lauren Spinelli.
Christopher Mark Spletzer Jr.
Brian A. Stagliano.
Melanie A. Stagliano.
Alexis Regina Stallings.
Sean Joseph Stanley.
Ryan Elizabeth Stanton.
Rory Elizabeth Stein.
Jordan Michelle Stensrud.
E. L. Stevens.
Zachary S. Stevenson.
Kamya Tanasia.
Olivia Rose Terry.
Dylan James Therian.
Ryan William Therian.
Riley Elizabeth Thomas.
Kyla Nicole Timms.
Jaden Paul Tinnany.
Joycelyn Chu.
Kelsey Tobin.
Congrats, Gracelyn.
Kevin Francis Trafford.
Kylie S. Tranquil.
Anna Christine Trommel.
Bridget Simone Troutman.
Julia M. Tercy.
Ryan Robert Valley.
Olivia Rose Van Horn.
Alexander Vasquez Antonio.
Emily Elizabeth Venezia.
Dan Min Vo.
Cerise Alexandra Walker.
John August Wall.
Clara Lillian Walsh.
Amanda Wang.
Michael Hu Wang.
Nathan Wortel.
Brian Jordan Watts.
Julia Ashton Welsh.
David Scott Weirman.
Devin Willis.
Grace Louise Martha Withers.
Timothy Patrick Wickstead.
Jude David Wozniak.
Fallon Marie Wyatt.
Micah John Wyckoff.
Shuren Shu.
Raina Yeager.
Gabriel James Young.
Sarah Young.
Catherine Marie Zaki.
Thank you so much to all of our guests for today. As we are waiting for the students to make it to their seat, please note your child will be picking up their diploma from the table as they process past, and included in there are 2 programs for you so that you can have a copy for when you get home. We will continue on as soon as the graduates are back in their seats. Sminks took it. Will the members of the choir please take their places next to the stage? Members of the choir, please come next to the stage. All right, we made it. Thank you, class of 2021. At this time, Mr. Matthew Fu will present the class president's farewell address.
Students, faculty, parents, and relatives, good morning and congrats to the Methacton class of 2021. On behalf of the senior class, I would like to thank our administration for navigating through one of the toughest years yet. I'd like to thank our staff, the security guards, nurses, cafeteria workers, and receptionists for providing with us the support to pursue our education. I would like to thank our teachers for making the effort to not only teach us, but also connect with us. I'd like to thank our parents for loving us and being there each and every step of the way. But most of all, I would like to thank you, my classmates, for making my high school experience one I'll look back on with a smile. You are what has shaped not only my experience here, but also who I am today. And when I leave this building, you are what I'll remember most about this school. It was 8:30 on a Friday night. Sweaty clothes, check. Sore feet, check. I was standing in the middle of the gym, packed in with my classmates, as we watched our head Minithon overalls standing in the bleachers above. After 24 hours, we had raised over $70,000 to fight childhood cancer. It wasn't easy, and yet you persevered. I admired your perseverance. But that wasn't the only time. Just a few hours before, I was at the Minithon pep rally. I remember trying to decide what I was more shocked/scared by. A bald Dan Duran strutting across the floor, twirling a whip over his head. Or Jordan, Mario, Quinn, and Matson's bare chest staring up at me with the letters FTK painted on. Most of you had never danced a day in your lives, but thanks to Sean Augustin, Rachel Hogan, and Dan Duran, you guys went outside of your comfort zones for a great cause. Your courage inspired me. But it wasn't only at Minithon. There were many moments throughout high school where I admired you guys. There was the club Best Buddies. I remember seeing Dom Mioli and his little sister Dana hosting a cooking night with little stuffed animals perched over their heads. Thanks to Dom Mioli, Ali Markley, Keely McCarthy, and Sophia Calamego, I've seen what true friendship can look like. You guys have shown me true kindness. And let me not forget about our Black Student Union. We've never had a BSU before. But thanks to Stephen Cadogan and Ian Kahinde, our school began having more conversations about difficult topics. We learned to listen more and try to understand different points of view. Your willingness to open up your hearts inspired me. It wasn't just clubs where I admired you most, though. It was the tiny, ordinary moments that really stood out to me. A classmate giving me a thumbs up after I finished a presentation nervously. Oftentimes, simply getting to see your faces and say hi in the hallways made my day. You guys showed me true community. Perseverance, courage, kindness, opening up our hearts, and community. These are the gifts that you, class of 2021, have given me, and for that, I cannot thank you enough. You see, I always thought graduation speeches were supposed to be me trying to give you guys advice, me trying to inspire you guys. But standing here, I don't think that could be any more false. A lot of the stuff I've learned over the years is straight from you guys, and I want you to know that not a single moment of my high school experience was left untouched by one of you. So today, I have nothing else to give you except my deepest respect, admiration, and gratitude for making my high school experience one that I'll never forget, and making me, your parents, our faculty, proud of all that you've done. Most of all, I hope you can reflect on what I've said here today and be proud of yourself. Thank you. Now, class of 2021, I have the very special privilege in leading you in the turning of your tassel, marking the journey crossing over from high school to the next stage of our lives. Please join me in taking your tassel and moving it from right to left. I love you, Methacton, and congrats, class of 2021.
Thank you, Matthew. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join the members of the graduated class of 2021 in singing our alma mater written by the class of 1964.
Methacton, our alma mater, thanks for the seeds you have sown. May your every son and daughter grow the way you've shown, ever loyal to each other in the spirit of your care. Methacton, our alma mater, we are glad, rejoice to share.
Parents and friends, as our ceremony draws to a close, please take note. Following the recessional, we ask you to meet your graduate and other members of your family at your prearranged location in the reception area outside of the stadium in Subaru Quad. Out those gates over there. I respectfully ask that you do not come onto the field. We will be dismissing our students and staff first and ask for guests to wait until they have exited the stadium before leaving your seats. And now for one final time, congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you, be well, and please drive safely.